Hey guys, Carter's Garage here with you again. So I just took out all the old batteries the spare batteries that I put in my em1 just to test it. I got them all out, as you can see in my last video. Go check that out to see how to remove the batteries and remove the battery tray and remove the side fairings. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. I'll be coming out with more content whether I get subscribers or likes or not. But yeah, much appreciated. So in this video I'm just going to be kind of showing you how to test the batteries, and then I'm going to show you what they look like when they're all hooked up together and what they would look like sitting in your battery tray. So I have the battery tray out. I don't think I'm going to put them in the battery tray. I think I'm just going to kind of line them up how they would go in the battery tray here on my table and then wire them all up. And because I don't think there's necessarily a video on how to wire all your e-bike batteries up to make it, whether it's 48 volt or 60 volt or 72 volt or 84 volt or 110 volt. But yeah, so here we go. So all you really need for this is your Phillips screwdriver. So yeah, so if you remember all the batteries, how they were sitting negative, 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 pointing this way, and they were sitting positive, 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 sitting this way. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then, so how these work, like, I'll get rid of these two. And if these were kind of hooked up together, so how this works is this would be your, going to your breaker that I showed you how to remove. This goes up into the gas tank. And then the negative one here, that came from the speed controller and just connected right there. But how you would do this is, so you have positive, and what it does is, so it goes in through the battery, comes out the negative, goes over in here to the positive. So I just have to kind of switch this around. And of course so I put the negative from this battery to the positive on this battery, and then so this right now is 24 volts. One battery is 12, but you put them in series with each other and it becomes 24. Still 20 amp hour. You're not getting any more amp hour, you're just getting more voltage. So that's how you would do it there. If you can see that okay, yep. So you have your positive, and you know, it goes through the battery. Each 12 volt will have 6 cells. Comes out the negative, goes into that positive, goes through the battery, and comes out that negative. So this would be 24 volt. In order to have 72 volt, you have to have 6 batteries. But here, I'm just going to show you how it's wired up in the bike. Give me 1 second. So when it's sitting in your battery tray, this is, yeah, that's how it sits. Or this will be the front of your bike, and this is the rear. This is how I actually have these two backwards. So you have positive, 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 negative, negative. So you want all the positives touching each other, but just facing the other way. You can do it really whatever way you want. You'll just have to you can make your own wires and connections and everything, and you can wire however you want, but as long as you're doing them in parallel. So yeah, so we'll start with, this battery. So this would be, your positive that goes up to your breaker, and you have negative on this side, and you would connect it. Whoop. I actually have all the batteries mixed up here. I'm just removing some wires. So you have your positive that goes up to your breaker, which would go to your speed controller. Your negative, and you would just put that over to the positive on the other battery. And then, it goes through the battery, and there's your negative. You would connect that over to the positive. And you have your long one here, which go from your negative over to your positive on this battery. You got your negative on this battery. To this positive on the next battery. And negative from the same battery to the positive of the last battery. So then when you go and test this with your voltmeter, so you make sure you get a good view there. Oh. So you put your positive to your positive, which you can just put it to the terminal, and the negative to the negative, and you get 79.5 volts. Where if you just do one battery, that's 12, or if you go to the next positive, you got 26. The next battery, you got 39. Into the next battery, you got 52. You got 65, and then the last one, 79. So that's another way to make sure that you have it connected all properly, is just keep your negative onto the your first negative terminal there, and just go from each battery to each positive on each battery. Very simple. And yeah, like I said, take a picture of whatever you're taking apart. That's usually that's what I used to do when I first started taking stuff apart and whatever. I used to take pictures of stuff, and I would, and that's how I remembered to put it back together. Is I would just look at the picture and be like, okay, yep, and that all works. That's one of the best and easiest things and ways to do, is just take a picture, or you can even draw it. You can even draw it out. But yeah, so that's how those would go back together in the battery tray. I'm still going to do a video on putting them back in the battery tray. after I make another video of cleaning the bike up and stuff like that, I'm gonna start putting it back together with the original batteries that came in it. Once those are back in, I'm gonna put everything all back together, and yeah, so I'll make a video on that. I'm gonna make a video on cleaning it, and that'll probably be it for today. I'll probably make one last video on just how the original batteries do, whether they, you know, they last longer than these crap ones. These are crap. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, you can see how crappy like these ones are. Like they're really corroded. I know they have tape on them too and everything, but like this one here, it's really corroded. And that's what will happen, where like these batteries, they have no corrosion on them at all. And like they have a little bit of rust marks on them, but that's just the metal rusting onto them, right? They have no corrosion on them at all. They're not expanded. That's another way to tell if a battery is shit, or that it's about to be shit, is it will be expanded. These ones are expanded. I'm guessing that's probably why someone put tape on them. That doesn't do anything though. The tape just expands. So yeah, so I'm hoping these old original batteries that I charged all up actually have some life left in them, and I can go further than 15 minutes of ride time up to the store.